All right, y'all, we're back. This is three football idiots. It's been two football idiots a lot of the season. Shout out to my
Wild
boys while I was
card,
busy
wild
completely holding
card
it down.
week.
We're in the
hey,
wild card week, so do your wild card shuffle, do your thing.
hey,
Uh, we're gonna start it off,
hey.
we're gonna start it off hot. We're gonna see
yeah,
if the Rams could get their revenge on the Panthers, and I want to start it off with whatever Rock's thinking. What do you think, man?
yeah, man. What we got the fifth seed and the fourth seed right here. Game. Who gets the revenge dagger on the Rams team if they win? I think the Rams don't slip up this week. I think the Panthers definitely punch them in the mouth in the regular season. It's back when the Panthers were on right in that hot streak. Panthers look terrible lately. They look terrible. They can't even beat a terrible Tampa Bay team. They got to rely on the Falcons to get you in the playoffs. You shouldn't be here. Delete the NFC South. Delete the NFC South. Get rid of it. Terrible division. Get rid of it. Let go up of record for the NFC. Just get rid of the NFC South. We don't need to see playoffs. I got the Rams winning 35-17, man. Like Matthew Stafford, he looked like he had his tune-up game against the Cardinals right before playoffs, and the Rams look like they're ready to get the win that they should have had in a regular season. Deegs, what I know you got all the notes this week. I know this week's been hectic for me at least. Try to write down notes. So what are your thoughts, man?
Yeah, I mean, when looking at it, this is a weird game, but also the easiest game for me to pick. Because this playoffs looks lit, man. There's a lot of good matchups out here.
For
I'm really
real,
excited to
for
see what's
real.
going to happen. When looking at the Rams, they're not going to have Havenstein, their right tackle. He's on the IR. And then you're looking at the Panthers. They do have their right guard out, and also their rookie linebacker, maybe second year, Trevin Wallace, who's actually been pretty productive for Carolina. Yeah, he's on the IR, by the way. They already have a problem with linebackers as it is, besides like Roseboom, I guess. Like he's been all right. But overall, when I'm looking at it, and I'm not gonna bore everyone to death here, but the Rams literally have an advantage in every single stat: points for, points against, total yards, yards allowed. I mean, turnovers created, offensive turnovers. Like they have obviously less turnovers. Passing yards allowed. I can go on and on and on, right? They literally lead everything of that category. The only thing that Carolina has an advantage in terms of any of these stats is that they're, I guess, lower in terms of numbers in terms of passing yards allowed, where they're 15th and the Rams are 19th. And the Panthers are what, eighth in interceptions, whereas the Rams are 19th. So, there's that. Other than that, you're getting dogged on every category. The Rams have an advantage with the QB. Their running back, obviously, I think Kyron Williams is better. Wide receiver, I don't think it's a question. Nakua led the league in receptions. Devonta Adams led the league in receiving touchdowns with 14. Their tight ends, they have like three or four of them that have 30 receptions or more. So let's get that straight. They got a lot of weapons there. Their offensive line, I would rather have the Rams offensive line, let's be real. Their D line wise, in terms of what, looking at both of them, obviously I'd rather have the Rams with Puna Ford and Kobe Turner. The linebackers are a lot better in the Rams side. The only advantage is probably DBs. I really like the Panthers DBs a little more. I like Horn. Mike Jackson had 17 pass deflections, which is insane. I think he was really good this year for him. And Morig was not bad, but again, it all comes down to the whole thing of this. The Rams are a better team, so I have the Rams winning 31-20. I don't see it being close at all. Definitely not. Uh, what do you guys got?
Well, CJ got it
Yeah,
first
man.
off, man.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to agree with you guys. I think it'll be end up being closer than we anticipate. But I think the Rams are going to be the ones that end up pulling it out. I have them winning 28-24. Uh, Possibly, by a final drive sort of situation. I could definitely see the Rams sort of hanging in there and maybe not being as prepared for the Panthers as they could be. But as I digress, there's some clear problems with the Panthers. Bryce Young is extremely inconsistent. He seems to just still have happy feet in the pocket, and my main problem with their offense is they're so reliant on Rico Dowdle. So um, the Rams putting up 7 or 14 immediately might sort of start taking away that run game immediately. And besides Tetaroa McMillan, I really can't name another receiver that's getting any separation, for Carolina. So I think it's an easy one. I think the Rams are getting Devontae back for this game. So,
Hmm.
I mean, it's a pretty easy pick. I think they're going to handle business as usual. The NFC West has been strong, and the Rams were just as close as the Seahawks to pulling it out. It was literally a 2 point conversion away from them probably being in the situation the Seahawks are in the first spot. So, yeah, I think they're going to get their revenge on the Panthers too from them beating them in reg season. So, yeah, we're all in agreement, dude. LA,
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
move
LA
it
it
Boom,
on.
is.
boom. All right. Now we have the NFC North Clash, the oldest rivalry in football, and it's part three of this matchup here. Number seven, Green Bay, who finished 9-7-1, and the Bears, who finished 11-6 for that number two spot, which I thought was going to be number three, but Eagles choked. So, when looking at both these teams, I mean, man, Green Bay, how about all the injuries? That sucks for them. I think they had a really good momentum throughout the year. I think losing guys like Parsons and Wyatt was huge. And I think just having receivers keep getting injured, that was a problem for them. And it was to a point where, you know, they got to get what they got to get. They're in the playoffs. And for a lot of people, I think they're counting them out because of all those injuries. But again, they're playing Chicago, which they play them tough. Chicago here, they're not going to have CJ Gardner Johnson. And they're also not going to have their linebacker, Sewell, who, their linebackers are, besides TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds, like, they're nice, but like there's just needs to be better play at linebacker for them, honestly. They need another playmaker for sure in the offseason, but it's not offseason, it's playoff time. So when looking at these teams, I mean, we got the Bears who love to create turnovers. They love to, obviously, they're ball hawks. They got Nashawn Wright there who's had, what, 5 picks or something. Bayard, he's had 7 interceptions this year. He became like his old self. And obviously, comeback Caleb with, what, 6 game winning drives or whatnot, 6 fourth quarter comebacks. So they can't win that though every single week. It's the playoff time where there's actual teams that are actually extremely good and they're going to game plan for you. So you got to figure out how to control the game when you need to and not always be down all the time. So Green Bay wise, they have experience, and I think that's what's going to make this intriguing. Is that Jordan Love has been here before? He's been in the wild card. I mean, he walked into Jerry World and destroyed him. I think like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. I don't remember off the top of my dome, but they have experience, right? And looking at it, I having the Josh Jacobs and Emmanuel Wilson there at their running back committee. Chicago does get ran on, so that is another key thing to look at. But for the genuine thing, I gotta go with the Bears, man. I don't know. I really like their energy. I like how the team is formed. I like their coach. I would say Green Bay, and I think they have a very good chance of winning, but I just think injuries have just piled up a lot, and I don't know. I'm rooting for the Bears, Loki. So I got them 27-24. You know, Chicago has got to step it up on defense. Obviously, now or never. I don't really see them going extremely far because of that defense, but I'll give them this game. I'll give them this game. Yeah. CJ, go ahead.
Yeah, man, I got to agree with you. I know a lot of people are taking the Packers as, the sort of underdog pick of the wild card weekend, but I just can't get behind it. The whole vibe of the team is sort of off when it comes to that winning mentality and that really that forward momentum that the Bears have, and Ben Johnson has been able to create in that locker room. So, I think the Bears have as good of a chance as anybody, to compete and push to that championship. So, I can't take Green Bay. Even though Chicago does have their issues on defense, they did, let up a lot of points against the Niners. That was an issue. I believe it was 42. So, you can't do that in the playoffs and expect to win games. So they're going to have to tighten up. But the main reason, I'm picking the Bears is because they have two running backs. So they're going to be able to take a lot of pressure off of Caleb Williams if they can really get that run game going and they don't, fall behind early. So my final score on that one, I'm going Chicago Bears 35, Packers 20. Take it away, Rock.
Yeah, I'm disagreeing with y'all. The reason why? I've never seen the Bears command a game this season. They've always won in the last second comeback. They always needed some last second BS to get them the dub. Uh, Happened against Green Bay. I will say, one of the coldest moments in NFL history when Caleb Williams threw that dot and then turned away, put his hands in the hand warmer, and I'm like, ooh, is this what is this? Is this college Caleb? Is this college Caleb right now? It was exciting. I'm like, I've been rooting for the Bears a lot this year, but whenever I see them play Green Bay, they're down by like two touchdowns and a field goal before the fourth quarter when they suddenly make a comeback and it's like, oh, now it's close. It's fourth quarter. I don't think it's happening this week. Deegs over here mentioned how the Bears are linebackerless pretty much. They're all pretty much injured and banged up. I know Green Bay's injured and banged up, but they just seem like a more dominant team in these matchups, especially when they come down to the wire. And I don't put my faith in a lot of lucky plays, which is crazy to say since I'm a Steelers fan and they literally get lucky all the time. But I just don't like putting my faith in a lucky 2 second like everything on this one play has to work or we lose and we lost because of this one play. I don't really believe in that, and that's what I see from the Bears. So I got Green Bay winning 28-25. It's still going to be a nail biter. I still think it's going to be an exciting rivalry game. Act 3 of this year. So let's see how it finishes.
I
Yeah, let's
respect
move
it,
on.
man.
Yeah,
That's what we were afraid to do, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good pick, dude. That could
I
be the one that
wanted
screws
I
us.
wanted to take the Bears so bad. All right, guys, we got the number 3 seed Jacksonville Jaguars against the number 6 seed Buffalo Bills. Um, Shootout incoming. Shootout incoming. We got the Jags versus Josh Allen and maybe a little bit of James Cook.
What I'm seeing, I don't think a lot of people are picking Jacksonville because a lot of people are expecting Josh Allen to go on a run here since he's not facing any of his kryptonite teams. I'm not. I think the Bills team, I think his receivers let him down. I think his tight ends let him down. I think his defense lets him down. It's crazy for me to say this. I've seen Jacksonville really suck sometimes in the playoffs, and other times I've seen them be really good, which is crazy to say, and upset a lot of powerhouse teams in the playoffs. I think they're doing it again. I think the Jags are winning the shootout 42-35. CJ, what are your thoughts, man?
Man, I just want to start this off by rubbing my forehead, dude, because dang it, man, I have to pick the Jags too. I
Hey, my boy, my boy.
you know, they're I just can't quite get behind the Bills, it's a little too hit or miss of performances for me, throughout the regular season. I know Josh Allen definitely has the capabilities to put the whole team on his back and be able to do something, but I just don't think he can do everything. And like you said, if they choose to use James Cook or not, regardless, his receivers have probably let him down this season. So, uh, man, I really regret to say this. I really do. I promise, but I'm going Jags 24-21.
I
And
don't think it's
man,
that
I hope that
crazy,
is right.
man.
But
I don't
No, it's
think it's
not
that
crazy.
crazy
It's
because
not
the
crazy at
Jaguars
all.
have been battle tested this year, man. They have been battle tested.
dude,
Put
they've
DK
fought,
on
dude.
Denver. They played Houston twice. They've been battle tested this year. I gotta take the Jags this week, man.
It's just too bad they had to play the Seahawks. But anyways,
Yeah,
yeah,
tough
you know
act
how
with
it goes.
people.
But
It
yeah.
shot.
Anyways, yeah, you know how it goes. You know what was that week 2? Yeah. Anyways, Deegs. So we got
Yeah.
2 Jags. What are you feeling, Deegs?
Yeah, I know before it's recorded, CJ was saying, hey man, this ain't gonna be 3-0, it's probably gonna be 2-1. And it's gonna be 2-1 because I am going with the Bills, man. I'm gonna go with the Bills. I do understand the points of look, Josh Allen is not it's a not a one man show in football, and yeah, it's gonna be rough. But I think he's gonna put that backpack on. I think he's gonna go into Jacksonville, and I think he needs to take care of business right now, man. Because if he
So his
doesn't
back's
win
gonna
this
be
year,
hurting. His
yeah,
back's
his
gonna be
back's gonna
hurting.
be his back. He's gonna need back surgery after this
Yeah,
postseason. I'm
back
just saying.
surgery after this.
Yeah.
After this postseason.
I think personally, I mean, this Jacksonville team, yeah, this Jacksonville team is looking like a Super Bowl team for damn sure, absolutely. But yeah, I don't know. Something about Josh Allen is the one time I feel like, hey man, you got to get it done, bro. I feel bad to say that it's on him because I don't think it's on him. I think he's done everything he can, but it's on him. You got to win this game, man. And obviously, I'm probably looking like an idiot, but Buffalo 29, and I got Jacksonville 23. But this will be an entertaining game, and I am so ready to watch this game, man. Because this could also be BTA, because the Buffalo run defense is dog water. So
They
just
got a good
saying,
run game in Jacksonville too.
yeah. So this could be
ETN's been
bad
kind of
too.
killing it this
This
year.
could be bad, man. This could be bad. But
No,
Yeah, and I do
I'm
want to
ready.
say, man, like, is it just me or like, do I, am I the only one finding myself finding some confidence in Trevor Lawrence finally?
Yeah.
Or like,
he's looking
I'm sort
like
of
the
starting to
prospect we
believe
all
him, you
wanted
know?
him to be.
He's looking like Clemson Trevor, man.
Yeah, he's looking like
The
Clemson lately, and
Goldilocks,
I'm like, oh
the
no,
Goldilocks, bro. Yeah.
Yeah,
not
and
the Goldilocks Lawrence.
yeah, and yeah, he's sunshine out there, and we know
Yeah.
Sunshine, is that
we know,
Sunshine.
we're hey, that was my nickname in 6th grade too. Had the hair flowing out the back, and I was like, I don't like that one, dude. That one's not mean at all. But yeah, dude, I find myself believing him, and as we know, a lot of teams can lose a lot. They can draft high, in consecutive years and still do nothing with it. So
Cleveland,
it's nice to see
Cleveland.
Jacksonville. Yeah, it's nice to see Jacksonville, take advantage of the talent that they've been able to accumulate because they really do have a lot of uh, really high talent prospects, high ceiling guys,
hmm
like even guys that kind of go under the radar, like Devin Lloyd, and
Yeah,
people you may have forgot about, Trayvon Walkers and
hmm
and guys that are really doing it for their team and have stepped up this year. So yeah, like I respect the Bills pick, man. I was really close, Deegs, but I couldn't do it. So we're 2-1.
I
I
am
knew
I
it
respect
am
it.
I
wouldn't
the
be a
only
clean.
one who wasn't going to pick the Bills? Like, didn't even think about considering the Bills this week.
Probably.
I don't know. I think it's because I'm a Buffalo hater. I really hate Buffalo, so that's probably why.
My soul said Buffalo, but my emotions said Jacksonville. So I was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
my
we
soul
emotional
said,
today. Doing
"F
it.
you, Buffalo. I hope you lose in the playoffs again." That's what my soul told me.
All right, yo. We're back. This matchup, this is one of the more highly anticipated ones for sure. This one, you could sit on either side of the fence. The Eagles are the 3rd seed. San Francisco taking that loss to the Seahawks. They could have won the 1st seed overall in the NFC, been the NFC West champions. Instead, they fall all the way to 6. Seahawks were in the same situation. So, with my hat, I'm glad I ended up on the right end of that deal. But before I make my pick, I want to hear what Deegs thinks about this one because man, I really don't know what to think about this one. So go ahead and take it away, man.
Yeah, I mean, San Fran didn't just lose to Seattle. They got like demolished in terms of like offensively. They couldn't do anything. Seattle's defense was insane, but it's not a Seattle segment. I'm just saying that was a crazy performance. Um, San Fran, man, honestly, Shanahan, I hope you win Coach of the Year. Obviously, you got this far, right? And you have another injury. another injury for San Fran. Linebacker Bethune, who has been pretty good when replacing Fred Warner and all those guys, and now you have another injury. So next man up. If you have a seventh linebacker, I have no idea.
Go
Um,
find one. Anybody in the stands play linebacker? We'll use
uh,
you.
yeah. Bring back Joe Montana right there. Yeah, yeah.
Where's Patrick
Uh,
Willis at?
oh no,
No,
tomorrow Bowman's legs. So
I'm 6'5". I'm 6'5", 225, but I got a bum knee, so I don't think they want me.
Yeah.
And I probably run a
Yeah.
4.9 now, so
Says
yeah,
six
I don't
five
think
two
they
eighty.
want me.
Run that 7'4" right now. I ain't covering nobody.
right,
Yeah, you're
yeah.
like you're like you're like I'm a cover will linebacker that covers nothing.
Yeah.
Uh,
And when I try to hit somebody, I get juked out my shoes on the field.
uh,
Anyways, let's get back to the video.
Oh yeah, and when I try to hit him, I'm scared. By the way. All right, back to the video.
all right, all right. I love this channel. I love the homies. I love it when we do this. All right.
We're
So
great, dude. Y'all are
when
great.
like just letting you know, like off the bat, Philly's defense is nice, but again, man, the offense was atrocious. Jalen Hurts. I mean, I'm not trying to be all that, but my guy, dude, you need to throw the ball. You need to throw when it counts. You need to figure out how to just be more of a leader. I feel like you're kind of lacking on this department in terms of leadership here, man. I will give it that Devontae, AJ Brown barely cracked 1,000 yards. I also will say that Saquon barely cracked 1,000 yards. So again, not awesome with that aspect there with looking at that, but defense, yeah, I could say they're great, man. Cooper DeJean had a great year. Quinton Mitchell actually didn't have a bad year. I mean, it was not awful. He definitely had some penalties thrown at him, but for the most part, they're in Philadelphia. Those people are angry. Those people are angry every day. Those people are angry just to be angry. Like they hate life.
You're
They hate life.
you're
They hate
gonna be
life.
like
Okay,
you're.
for real,
Oh my
for real.
god.
I love
So
him though. The first game I ever went to with Tavares Jackson at quarterback for the Seahawks was against the Philadelphia Eagles at CenturyLink Stadium, and we did put BTA on him with
That
you
actual
know
good name instead of
with
Lynch.
Lynch
What the heck
CenturyLink,
is
yeah,
with
Lynch?
Lynch in the Reebok
yeah,
jerseys
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. With the Reebok jerseys. Oh
with the
man.
Reeboks, dude. Back
Oh
then,
man.
dude.
Throwback.
Oof.
Throwback time.
Okay, yeah,
Yes, sir.
that's wild as hell. But
That ages me
uh
real good, dude. Like not as young as I look.
Oh
Oh
my
my god.
gosh.
uh,
All right,
okay,
well, whose turn is it? This is going great. You
Diego,
can
what's
tell
your
we
score,
rehearsed this.
man? Yeah,
my
yeah.
Yeah,
score.
man.
Yeah,
My
what's your
score
score?
27-21 Philadelphia. Rock, go
Oh,
ahead, man.
yeah, we disagree. We fighting
I
this
know.
week,
I
Diego.
know. I already
Yeah.
knew this.
I got San Fran winning 28-25. Why? Because I don't know who I am to judge leadership, but Jalen Hurts, you are
Mm,
one selfish son of a bitch. Fucking help your team out, dude. Stop worrying about yourself and your own stats. You got three amazing skill players and AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon, and you don't want to use them. You want to steal all the touchdowns? Boy, you better stop fucking playing. Excuse me
Let it
for my
rip, man.
language. But anyways, on the Niners side, I know they banged up, but that has literally not mattered all season for them. Literally hasn't mattered all season. They've still been winning. They've still blown out a couple of teams. Hell, they've blown out the Bears. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say blown out. It was a shootout, but still, that offense is humming. They just ran into the best defense of the year last week, which hey, defense wins championships, not offense. That's why that saying's around. But yeah, San Fran 28, Eagles 25. Y'all are one and done unless Jalen Hurts learns how to lead this group of people and stop being selfish. DJ, take it away.
24-21 Eagles. Here's why. One, I do hate the Niners, but aside from that, I expected really nothing from them this season. And the way they've been able to turn it around, the defense has been able to keep them in games, even though they don't really have a great defense. They've had plenty of key injuries, even to players they drafted. And they've just somehow Rob Sala, I hate looking at him on the sidelines, but man, like even Mac Jones, man, they've somehow been able to keep themselves in these games, which proves, they're a well coached team. But, with all that being said, um, this is a team that literally was a game away from having this bye week, and we weren't having this conversation. It would have been the Seahawks here, more than likely playing the Eagles. So, San Francisco is a really great team, and I can't count them out. But the Eagles have been here before. I really do believe in their physicality, and I believe they are going to win the battle up front. The 49ers do not have much in terms of stopping the run, and the Eagles have a far better run game as far as personnel wise, even as the Seahawks. And the Seahawks just absolutely torched the 49ers. So I'm as much as I would like to take the Niners, I can't do it. The Eagles have been here before, so I'm sticking 24-21 Eagles. I think they're
Hey
taking it
man,
home.
both of these teams have been in the Super Bowl quite a lot in the last couple of years. Both of these teams have. So you can't count the Niners out. They've been just to the dance just as much as the Eagles have. These teams hate each other in the playoffs. These teams absolutely hate each other in the playoffs. You can't count that out. This is actually a rivalry game in the playoffs.
Mm, mm.
You
Oh
know
yeah.
how Seattle
Hey, I
got
bet.
Green Bay? You know how Seattle got Green Bay in the playoffs? The Niners got Philly. That's
True.
my thoughts on
That's
it.
true.
But
All
we
right.
should move on. We should move on.
Okay. All right. We got the Chargers at 11-6 or 7 seed. They're going to Foxborough to play the Pats, which are 14-3 as a second seed. So overall, Chargers. They have a lot of injuries in terms of two tackles. They've been hurt all year. They're still managing how to get some type of offense in there. They got guys like Quentin Johnston, who's had some great games. They've had Keenan Allen, who's still doing it as a vet. Obviously, they got that little Vidal and a Marin Hampton type, running back, you know, committee there. Justin Herbert, even with that, is it a broken hand, a broken wrist, broken hand? I think it's broken hand, something like that. Still was tough enough to continue to fight and continue to get wins from teams like the Eagles, like an Eagles defense there. So they are able to do that. They're also defensively, they're also pretty sound. They have some great guys. Like I'm gonna probably butcher the name, Tuli Pelodu, I think that's his name. 13 sacks from this man. This man had like 10 and a half stuffs or something. Like this man was crazy, crazy good. Diane Henley, he's been great this year. Derwin James, he's always good. And their corners, they're really young. Tariq Steele and these kind of guys. So when you have that impact and put in Tier Tart in there as well, you definitely have like a pretty good defense, which they've been pretty solid. New England side, obviously Drake May, MVP talks. Obviously Travion Henderson, great running back. Ramondre Stevenson has had a pretty good year for a backup as well. Stephon Diggs, definitely a little bit of a rival career there with his stats this year as well. But overall, when I look at this game, I think of the Pats. I'm thinking of the culture. I'm thinking of Mike Vrabel and what he's done this year for them. I think people might think that they got an easy schedule, so they're just going to lose a one and done type team. I personally don't think so. I think this still will be a very close game, though. I think the Chargers not having two tackles in there is huge. Their two starting left and right tackles huge, and I think it's going to bite them in the ass. So I have the Pats winning 23-20. Specifically, I think they're going to win in overtime. I think it'll go to overtime, and I think the Pats are going to win the game 23-20. I think it'll be a slug, a very slugging type kind of battle. So, CJ, go ahead.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I got the Pats winning it 24-17. Main reason being, the Pats are just one of the more well-rounded teams in the NFL, and like when it comes to well-coached teams, I mean, as much as I think Mike McDonald should be up for Coach of the Year, we also need to be talking about Mike Vrabel. Um, he's really done a great job for them, and yeah, I'm really kind of optimistic about their balanced approach, and I've been impressed with Drake May's improvement as well. And also when it comes to the Chargers, I'm not quite a Herbert believer, especially with the injury going on. Also, a thing about the Chargers, I believe not last year, but the year before. Don't exactly quote me on it. It could be that here or there, but they were the number one defense in points allowed, I believe, 2 years ago when they entered the playoffs and they lost in the wild card first round. So their defense is fairly impressive this season, but that doesn't always necessarily translate to playoff victories. You're going to have to overcome a really tough New England team. So I'm just going to have them pulling it out. I do think it'll be fairly close, but yeah, I'm going to stick with my score 24-17. What do you think, Rock?
Yeah, man. Definitely not as close as you guys had the score going. I got the Pats winning 2017. These teams are very similar. If the Chargers weren't injured, to all hell and back. I see really two similarly built teams. They both got a one-two punch in running back. They both got one like kind of older receiver that's still really good. Good supporting cast, good tight ends. Both really good quarterbacks. But it's just unfortunate that the Chargers are injured. It seems like whenever the Chargers have built this super team, injuries always come and knock them down. And I just, in the playoffs, I don't think they're going to be able to overcome it, especially with facing the number two seed like right off the bat. So that's why I got New England. Let's move on unless you guys got any finishing thoughts. All right, guys, we got the 4 seed Steelers against 5 seed Houston Texans. Someone give me a whole bucket of holy water. I'm pouring it all over the field because that's the only reason we're here. If y'all heard the reports, Pittsburgh had a priest come down and bless the field right on the side where Tyler Fruit Loop missed the kick, sending us to the playoffs. That was an insane game. A lot of blown coverages on my defense, unfortunately. I don't know why the hell we're having Patrick Queen cover Zay Flowers at all. That has to be cleaned up. We're going to have an early send home in the wild card once again, and I'm still in purgatory as a Steelers fan. I hope that doesn't happen. We're getting Metcalf back. I'm excited to see him. Hopefully, he wants to punch other players and not fans. Punch it in for touchdowns. Don't punch the fans. Other than that, I got us winning a nail biter once again. I think it's going to come down to another missed field goal for Houston to tie the game. I got us winning 17-14, and I also know I'm the only one picking my team this week. CJ, take it away, man.
Man, you don't know you're the only one, dude. Just
Shut up,
because
man. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna
Yes,
pick
I
them.
do. I know
So
Diego. Yeah, I know
Texans,
Deegs ain't faking them.
Texans, Texans 21-14. Here's why. So Texans, obviously they maintained the best defense in the NFL, arguably for the entire season until the Seahawks, just the very last game, overtook them in points scored per game. Texans are a truly elite defense, and really probably the fastest defense in the entire NFL. I mean, their edge rushers, you have Daniil Hunter, Will Anderson are just absolutely smoking fools. So, um, Pittsburgh is really going to have their work cut out for them. They're really going to have to rely on their pass rush, and they're going to have to just destroy CJ Stroud, put pressure on him, make him uncomfortable. Because if I feel like if Houston gets any sort of lead with their defense, it might be an issue when you're forcing the ball into obvious passing situations versus that kind of defense, and not to mention a one-in-one player like Stingley. So um, I do like Pittsburgh. I root for them, pretty often, but I have to stick with the Texans here. I think the defense is just going to be the thing that puts them over the top just for this game. But what do you think with that, Deegs?
Houston 27, Pittsburgh 14. And the reason I'm saying this is because,
Because
dude.
Tyler Luke missed the 44-yarder.
Wide right.
Oh, hey man, if it was us, it would have been like 27-7. It would have been tough. I would have walked out of the game, man. I would have walked out of the TV. I'd be like, let's go play something else. I'm done. But 27-14, man. Shout out to James Pierre. I don't know if Rock has mentioned him, but he's had a pretty decent season for Pittsburgh. And obviously, defense is not god awful at times. They have some times where they
It's a
look god
defensive
awful.
coordinator.
Sometimes they look
Fire him.
okay. You know.
Fire
uh,
DC, please.
I'll
Please
give the
fire
Steelers
DC.
that. I'll give the Steelers that. I think that they have a better running back committee and all that, but I got to look at this defense at Houston, and I'm just like, dude, you got to go up against Petrie, Lassiter, Bullock, Stingley. That's insane.
Lightweights.
Yeah,
Lightweights. Easy,
yeah,
easy
yeah.
work. Easy work.
DK just
DK got
pushing
it.
them off, dude, the
Yeah,
whole
DK
game.
got it, man. Easy work. DK
Yeah,
got it. Gainwell
DK,
got it.
you know what I mean?
He already
We can
punted
we
people.
can't
He
have
want
it.
to punch people.
Yeah, we can't have a TKO. If he's going
Yeah.
out there, you got to go for Stingley. Like, all
Hey,
right, I'm gonna
go
stop
for
myself right
Stingley
there.
and Petrie.
You know,
Two
like
for one. Give me a 2-for-1 special, Metcalf.
Yeah, that's
it'll
right.
be
Yes.
it'll be uh it'll be
We'll be
Bounty
good.
Gate all over again.
Yeah, you know
Like
what?
the fact they
I,
even let him out
For
there,
real,
it's
for
like,
real. Just one game, one game.
dude, I think Metcalf's walking out on that field like he just got out of prison, dude. Like he's walking out on that field
Yeah,
like
for
Mike
real.
Tyson after he
Can I
got out
see
of
a Mike
prison. Like it's
Tyson?
like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah,
scary,
exactly. Like
dude.
Mike Tyson. Get out of prison.
yeah, no.
Yeah, like he had the facial hair, and you're just like, oh my god, dude. He's been doing dips on
Oh,
that bed.
That's
oh
what
So
I'm
yeah,
no.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, I've been ready. I've been ready to
Yeah.
murder these bulls. Yeah.
it'll be funny. Like I don't think he'll do anything at all, but I do want to see him push Stingley on his butt. So
That's
I
right.
will
Just
I
That's
one
will
right.
laugh.
time.
Yeah. Give
Yeah.
me a
I will
fist
laugh.
fight. I want to see a
Yeah.
fist fight. Give me a fist
Can
fight
I
this
see a
game, man.
brawl? Can I see a brawl on top of holy water in Pittsburgh, please?
Yeah, DK might have left, but like I still like who he is. He can shove some people down, block him with one hand. Do what you got to do, my man. Baby him. You know.
Okay. All right. We got any final thoughts before we get into our regular season as records on the Pickems?
I think
No.
this
All
is
right.
it,
Let's do
man.
it.
All right, Diego. I'll let you start off with your record, man.
Yeah, it's because I'm last. I get it. I'm
Yep. Exactly.
167 or 168 and 105. Kill myself. All right. Keep going.
CJ.
Man, I believe I had you on a couple games, Rock, but we
Yeah.
did make a rule where and we did do this last second, but it's one of those things, man, like where a lot of these weeks, I have missed. So we chose to subtract a game for every video you couldn't make. So I believe Rock ended up taking me by one game. Could you just remind me of your score, Rock? Because
Yeah. I
Rock is
was.
our winner. So I do want to congratulate him on,
I.
winning the
I.
very first Three Football Idiots regular season. Like
I
he
appreciate it, but it's on an asterisk, unfortunately for me. So I'm a little mad it's on an asterisk. I feel like if
well
you know,
also if it would have been mine, it would have been unofficial. So it wouldn't make any sense. It wouldn't feel as good. So you were here, man. You deserve it. And
yeah.
you did the research. You brought it back because it didn't start so hot. So,
Oh, dude, I
you know,
was last place at the beginning.
congratulations,
Yeah,
Rock.
Mm,
He is
week
the
one and
mm,
two,
champion
I was last
this
place,
year.
but I'm on a regular season team. We're restarting the playoffs, so I think if we could all pitch in and try to make it happen, two belts, playoff belt, regular season belt. I got regular season. We'll see what happens in playoffs.
We'll
Other than
mm.
see.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, other than that, everybody, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, talk your ish to us. Um, my final record was 177 and 94, so CJ was 176 and 95. That's how the points finished out. Literally one game away. All honestly, CJ should have won that game. You should have won this year, but just life gets in the way. So, um, other than that, stay tuned for next week, and everyone have a good day.
Now let's go. See y'all next week.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to do
Hello?
it. Idiots
Oh
on me.
yeah, the boy. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Idiots
finally.
on three. 1, 2, 3.
Boy, yo, 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 yo,
Idiots.
yo, yo, boy, yo,
Yeah.
yo.
Tune in next week. Boom.